Will be a bit warmer with 57 and 59, but rain Saturday morning and partly cloudy on Sunday. So hopefully the weather changes because it's St. Louis and it always does, and it'll be warmer. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Caitlin. Now we're gonna take a look at what the entertainment is for this upcoming week. I'm gonna take over for Alexa and give you a little look at the weather, or entertainment. An inspirational sports drama comes out this Friday with award-winning stars like Sandra Bullock, Tim McGraw, and Kathy Collins. The Blind Side is the story of Michael O'Hare, a homeless African-American who becomes a football star with the help of a well-to-do Towhee family. O'Hare offers the family some insight as well. Living in a completely different world, O'Hare struggles with the new obstacles while also striving to be a football success. The moment is finally coming to close for crazed Twilight fans. The Twilight Saga New Moon comes out this Friday. Vampires, werewolves, and hotties, oh my. Wow. In Broadway news, John Stamos has become the 2,393rd star on Hollywood Boulevard. Stamos is best known for his role as Uncle Jesse on Full House, and more recently for his spot on ER. Stamos is currently playing Albert Peterson from Bye Bye Birdie, making it quite ironic that his star is located next to Dick Van Dyke, who was the original Albert Peterson in the first production of the show. Elton John was diagnosed with a serious case of E. coli a few weeks ago, causing him to cancel several performances. Luckily, he is now fully recovered and heading back to work. Victoria Beckham came back with an interesting pet for her hubby and kids last week. Apologize. 2 micro pigs. These miniature pigs are becoming the new craze in Britain. And although at first I was weirded out, I can see why they have become the must-have pet. They're so adorable. These tiny critters are extremely expensive, 700 UK pounds, and recommended to come in 2 so they aren't lonely. They weigh in at just 9 ounces at birth and the size of a teacup. Contrary to preconceptions, these pigs are very clean and enjoy the company of people. Besides Beckham, Harry Potter actor Rupert Grint has one as well, although I don't know if I would necessarily want one of those. Moving on to some CD releases, a couple of big-name artists have albums hitting stores today. First off, John Mayer's Battle Studies hit stores. If any of his other albums are an indication of his success, Mayer's latest album is sure to be equally compelling and entertaining. American Idol winner Chris Allen releases a solo album, aptly titled Chris Allen. It'll be interesting to see what Allen brings forth on his album as he attempts to make a name for himself beyond the realm of American Idol. Additionally, Leona Lewis' Echo, featuring the hit single Happy, can now be found in stores today. Norah Jones and Paul McCartney also released their new albums, so don't forget to browse around the new music section today. That's all we have for entertainment, and now Juan's going to give us an update on sports.
Thanks, Marissa. In sports, a big weekend for WashU athletics, starting with the women's soccer team, who used 2 overtime wins to make their way to the Sweet 16. Yeah, I'm on this camera. To make their way to the Sweet 16 for the 4th time in 4 years. On Saturday, the Bears faced off against Webster University and won 2-1 thanks to sophomore Emma Brown's 15th goal of the season, which of course came with wonderful timing, as the Bears stormed the field in celebration. The next day, the Bears fought out a tough win against Illinois Wesleyan, winning 1-0 in overtime again. This time the hero was Elise Hanley, who put the goal away less than 2 minutes into overtime. The Bears avenge a season-opening loss to Illinois Wesleyan and move on to face Wheaton College, which is in Illinois, this weekend. So congratulations to them. Also, the WashU women's volleyball team had a wonderful weekend, playing 3 matches to move on to the NCAA Elite 8 for the first time in 2007, which, as we all know, was the last year that they won the national championship. The Bears had 3 players make the all-tournament team, including freshman libero Kelly Pang, sophomore middle Lauren Budd, and freshman setter Marilee Fisher, who also was named the tournament MVP. The Bears travel to John Carroll University this weekend as they continue to try to claim the national title. I will mention this weekend they only gave up 2 sets, winning 3-1, 3-1, and then trouncing number 8 ranked Carthage University 3-0 on Sunday, which was probably their most impressive win. So hopefully they'll carry this momentum into the rest of the tournament, and best of luck to them. And also, as an aside, the number 1 ranked men's and women's basketball teams both opened their seasons and winning by a large margin as expected. But moving on, big weekend in college football as Stanford University shocked a lot of people, trouncing USC, the perennial power in the Pac-10, 55-21. As Heisman candidate Toby Gerhart rushed for 178 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, Stanford's offense didn't surprise as many people, putting up 55 points, as their defense, holding Pete Carroll's USC offense, which stars freshman Matt Barkley and running back Joe McKnight, to only 21 points. This is the second time Stanford has defeated a top 10 opponent in as many games, as more recently they defeated Oregon to become bowl eligible for the first time in several years. So now the remaining undefeated teams in college football are Florida, Alabama, Texas, Cincinnati, Boise State, and TCU. And they're all in pretty good contention for major BCS bowl bids, as Florida, Texas, and Alabama are the main teams on everyone's mind when it comes to the BCS National Championship. Moving on to professional football, the game of the week featured Peyton Manning and his Indianapolis Colts going against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. It seems like every year this game is hyped out as much as possible, and every year it delivers, as 2 of the best quarterbacks ever to play face-off. This year was no different, as Peyton Manning led a comeback in the 4th quarter to win 35-34. Probably the pivotal moment of the game was with 2 minutes left, and the Patriots at 4th down with 2 yards to go in their own territory. Instead of punting away and giving Peyton Manning 2 minutes and the entire field to score a touchdown, which he is perfectly capable of doing, Bill Belichick made the controversial choice of going for it at 4th and 2. The Patriots missed it by inches, giving Peyton Manning the ball within 30 yards of the end zone. He's always going to convert on that. He connected with Reggie Wayne for a touchdown, giving the Colts the 35-34 win. The other big game of the weekend was the Pittsburgh Steelers facing off against the Cincinnati Bengals at Heinz Field in Pennsylvania. The Bengals won 18-12 in a game that featured many field goals and only 1 touchdown scored by the Bengals special teams. The Bengals managed to out-defense the defensive Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh, which not many teams managed to do. So a very impressive win for the Bengals, who now have a stranglehold on the AFC North, having swept the series against the usual powers of the division, the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's all I have for sports. So now moving on to WashU and local happenings.
And keeping with WashU local happenings, we have a special going for this week. We have a segment from Wu Cypher. You may remember last week we had a Wu Cypher dancer on, and they had a special performance this weekend, and we were lucky enough to catch a clip of it. So enjoy.